Okay, in this tutorial we're going to do a quick tour of the StudySpanish.com website. It has a free version, but it also has a subscription, a monthly subscription, and a 6-month subscription. You can also get a free annual subscription to the site if you purchase this Camino del Éxito CD set, which is also available as a download version. So basically, up across the top here, there's the different features that you can get. The pronunciation feature is great for beginners who've never had any Spanish before. So it's free too. So I encourage anybody who's an absolute beginner to work with this for a few, 2-3 weeks, and just really master the basics of pronunciation. Because once you do that, you can say anything, even if you don't know what it means, but you can read it in Spanish. So this is a really great tool for a beginner Spanish student. The grammar is, in my opinion, an amazing tool for studying grammar. I'm going to come back to this in a second because I'm going to go into more detail with that. The vocabulary, it's, I don't know how useful it is really personally, but I've never used it. I don't know that it's basically you get more vocabulary words to work with. So let's say utility room. What do we have here? I guess you have to check the free or premium on the left side board. Okay, we're going to do the free plants. So here you get a list of words. Then, you get some oral presentation of the words.
Las plantas.
So you can go through these flashcards and hear what they sound like. And you got flashcards.
El árbol.
That you can practice with and matching, and then you have a quiz and a test. It's nothing that amazing, I guess, compared to things like Rosetta Stone or some other free vocab building programs that are available. So, but it's there. Verb drills are really good. Once you learn some of these things, these tenses in the grammar section, you can go back and practice them. And let's say we want to do regular verbs in the preterite tense. So you click to generate your unique quiz, and you can select the number of questions you want. So we're going to be ambitious and do 25, and we're not going to Spain, so we don't care about vosotros, which is a really nice feature because, I personally don't think I'll ever make it to Spain, so I don't need to practice vosotros. Conjugations. So here's our quiz, and these quizzes are randomly generated, so you could select the exact same thing and you'll get a totally different quiz. So here you just type in the word, and you can practice that way. It's a nice feature. I don't personally use it that much, if ever, but if you have to practice a specific tense, then it's a really good option. And then under features and resources, there's a few different things, quite a few different things. But my favorite is these cultural notes. These are basically along the left all these different subjects, and they're all original material that the owner of the site created based on his own travels. And I think the owner is from Alaska. So there's a short version and a long version. So basically they suggest doing the short version first and then doing the long version second. So I'll start out with the short version. Sometimes he has pictures here that he took as well. So basically there's a short version with the translation next to it, and here's a picture that he took of the monarchs. I guess there's a place in Mexico where monarchs migrate every year. They cover the trees, and it's pretty amazing. Okay, so Some other features and resources. The study abroad isn't that helpful. It used to have a lot more, but he kind of took down a lot of them probably because they're out of date and hasn't kept up with it. So the conversation course here, Camino del Éxito, I'll talk about that in a separate tutorial. And now let's go back to the grammar, because this is where you get your value for this program, this website. There's 104 grammar lessons, which you can see along the left, broken into different units. So it covers pretty much everything you're going to need to know as far as Spanish grammar goes. And it's not free. So yeah, this is part of the paid site. So just going to this one, for example, you can get the lesson for free. It opens up a lesson where all these lessons are really well described, and all the grammar is really explained well. So there's lots of examples. It's just really well done. So, but in order to really grasp the concepts of grammar, it's not just good enough to read about it. You need to practice it, right? So we're going to go to this basic quiz. So I guess the basic quiz is free. We're going to submit it with no answers and see what happens. So it says the following questions were not answered or answered correctly. So it gives you the option to go back and fix your answers. Trying to see here. I guess a lot of this is free.
Translate the following sentences.
Or else I'm logged in. Oh, here. So I hit the what did
Translate the following sentences.
I hit the test, and it told me I needed to be a member. So you can't do all the tests for free.
Translate.
So what I'm going to do now is log into my account, so you could see this. Looks like I'm already logged in. Nope. Here's my account. So I'm going to log in and show you the grammar in more detail. It's not. Okay, here we go. It's taking a while to load. So that's my personal email. Okay, so welcome back, Scott. My last login was earlier today. So I'm going to view my report card. So this is I'm going to look at my grammar report card. I guess there's a report card for vocabulary, travel helper. So here is a log of all of the lessons that I've completed, and this is my second time through the lessons. I've actually done them all once before, and now I'm I'm overlearning, I guess you could say, and going through them again. So I'm going to go to one that I've been working on. Here, I haven't finished this one yet. So I want to check my progress on this one. So you click on that and you scroll to the bottom and you say View Progress. And it shows you, for this lesson, what you've accomplished. And this is just useful, really, just to keep track of where you are. If you want to do it like I do, and I do a different test every time I log on, so I don't do them consecutively or sequentially on the same day. So it looks like up next I have test 2 to take. So I'm going to click on this. It'll take me to the lesson. So I've already read the lesson, so I'm familiar with what it's about. I've done these basic quiz, a mini test, the oral. So now I'm going to do test 2. I'm not actually going to do it right now because it's going to be a waste of your time. But you could see once in a while they give you a Vosotros one to do, but they're usually only 1 or 2 per test. And then, yeah, this is just an overview. And then if in my book I talk about how I actually do this, like more details about ways of practicing this. So I recommend looking at that in my book, which is I think really a helpful way of learning the material and never forgetting it. What else can I show you on this website? I think that's pretty much it. As I say in my book, the grammar lessons are worth the price of admission. I think it's really useful. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's... Oh yeah, there's an idiom generator. You can... it's just randomly generated idioms. I don't really have a use for it, but oh, and then a lot of these lessons have podcasts too. So if you're these grammar lessons, so let's say you're going to do this lesson number 5. You could read on one day. You could read the description of the lesson, and then on the next day you could listen to the podcast, which kind of reviews the same material, but it reinforces what you learned. So it's a good way to come back to the material fresh and relearn it. And yeah, so I think that's gonna be it. So this is my first tutorial that I've done, actually. So thanks for your patience, and it's kind of an interesting thing for me to talk to nobody or just talk in English. I'm used to talking in Spanish now to nobody, but so speaking in English to nobody is new and exciting. So anyway, that's studyspanish.com, and you can come find out more about various language learning things at for Spanish at teachingyourselfspanish.com. That's my site. Again, www.teachingyourselfspanish.com is my website. Thanks for checking me out. Have fun. Ciao. Adios.